Hi guys, come with me as I go to interview one of my previous coaching clients to catch up with her to see how things have been going since she's completed the program and the positive effects that it has had on her life and on those around her. Can't wait. Come on. Okay, so we're here. Let's go.
Hi, lady.
Hi, beautiful people. So as promised, I am here with one of my previous Flourish coaching clients, Angela Mears, who is super excited to join me, right? Angela was one of my first clients doing the Flourish program, which she did a couple of years ago, and truthfully, perhaps one of my favorite clients, but don't tell the others. Just because there's so much that we both learned together, and as you will learn, Angela is equal parts of hilarious, goofy, and just a generally sweet person all around. So let's just dive right into it. So Angela, let's go back to the beginning. What was going on in your life at the time that prompted you to want to join Flourish?
That was 2023 that Flourish started. Mm-hmm. So in 2023, I really started to delve into therapy after COVID. Mm-hmm. I struggled a lot with my self-esteem. I still struggle with my self-esteem, but not as bad as before. And I wanted to not be a hypocrite. I had this experience where I am in this space, because we're in my studio right now, and offering advice to clients leaning on me and me being that ear for them, but then I go home and I'm struggling. And when you decide that you're going to be a life coach, you're going to have these programs, you say, you know what, F it, let me try it. And that's what I started. Funny enough, around that time, I had a very traumatic death. And the Flourish, it was 8 weeks, right? Yeah. The Flourish 8-week program probably took me 12 or 16 weeks to do because I lost focus a lot. But having the program brought me back to who I'm supposed to be, or not who I'm supposed to be, the woman who I want to be, because there are so many iterations of what we want to be in our lives from 20 to 40, and it changed every single year as to who I want to be. So Flourish helped me to start to discover who Angela wanted to be.
Mm-hmm. And I'm glad that you mentioned that about discovering yourself, because a really important part of the program, and I start all my coaching programs with self-discovery. Mm-hmm. Because how can we truly understand what it is about us that we need to correct or that we want to correct without fully understanding who we are as people?
And the funny thing about it is that I've done multiple of your programs. The discovery changes every single time. Like when you start asking me about the interview, I went through my journals again. I started going through from Flourish to the current one, the balance, which I still have like one module to go through. Mm-hmm. And I changed. So like there are certain things I would want to be in 2023 that I still want to be in 2024, and in 2025 I still have not discovered. Mm-hmm. So the idea of Angela changes consistently. That's the only thing that is consistent. I change all the time. Mm-hmm. But it's always I want to be better.
Yes.
And better is different every month, every year, every situation that is different.
I love
because
that.
There are many of those. Many of those. Because you gotta admit that every month sometimes be different in life.
Life be life. It's what I say to people, life just be life, but we gotta roll with it, and it's important to be able to have something that grounds you, right? So there were doubts, I'm sure, before you actually started the program, or even perhaps clicked on the link,
Yep.
or had the clarity call with me. So if there are two things that you can think of that actually prompted you to say, okay, yes, I need to do this for myself, what would it be?
Outside my hypocrisy,
That, yes.
honestly, trying to figure out my worth. And no, there's gonna be a little bit of crying in this. Figuring out my worth with my validation. I had a relationship where what's the best word to use? I did not feel like myself. And I created a person who I thought my partner wanted. And not because this is what I thought I wanted to do. This is what he put into play. And I followed what he put into play. And when the relationship ended, I knew I was a shell of myself. And that's why I started therapy. And throughout therapy, you discover the parts of yourself that you hid. And with this, with actually clicking the link and taking accountability, I had to realize that, okay, this is for me and only for me, and this is a selfish part of me doing this. And I am far from being a selfish person. So it meant that I actually had to take time to do my own self-care. And this is not self-care by going to a spa or getting my hair done or going to the gym. This is actually, as I have told you before, my physical therapy. And when I say physical therapy, I actually have a 6-week appointment consistently because something is going to go wrong in my body. I know that. So every single time I go, we do this assessment. And with hitting clicking the link for Flourish means that I actually had to do something for myself. And that was difficult. It was difficult to say that I needed time for me. And you provided that. And the best part about more so Flourish is that I had to have a coaching call. So you try to go through the programs. Okay, I have my times with the other programs and I go through it as how I need to. But because I had to see you, that you were my personal trainer. I had to go to the gym. I had to see you. I had to do that. Okay, you have your modules, you have your homework, you have to do these things. I was accountable to you rather than just being accountable to me. And that was scary. Yeah. Like I actually have to talk to you. And not that you're a scary person to talk to because our conversations flow effortlessly. But I know that if I didn't do this, Leslie is going to be not upset, but she's going to be looking forward to hearing what is going on in my life. So it's like, you got a little mini best friend that actually really does care. So yeah, doing that was scary because I actually had to do the work, which a lot of people shy away from.
Yeah. I like to say, and I sign off on a lot of my posts saying, Dr. Leslie, your coach and newest BFF, because that's exactly what I want to be for my clients. I want to be, thank you. I want to be that safe space where you could come and you could shed all the expectations from everybody that you have to interact with every day. You can shed all the fears, all the insecurities, everything in a non-judgmental, very, very safe space. So I'm glad that I was able to be that for you.
And you impacted me more than you know, because in this space, that's like the reason why Dare to Bear is Dare to Bear. Because when you shed your dead skin, shed your hair, you shed parts of yourself. And women coming here daily and lie down and talk to me. And then I have a struggle shifting those things that they tell me. And dealing with you and dealing with the boundaries, it helped me significantly in trying to differentiate how I'm going to deal with my clients. Because I need to figure out how Leslie could come in here and tell me about everything going on in her life. child father's an idiot. Like, she boyfriend's foolish. Like, I don't like my clients. All this kind of things. And I got me there like, I understand, because I do understand, because life, as you said, is be lifing. And there is not always a space for you to have your worst thoughts.
Yeah. Yep.
And there are a lot of bad thoughts inside here. And you need somebody who's not going to tell you that was wrong. And was also interesting, especially with the program and everything that I'm learning about myself, when my grandfather passed, and that was a lot. And I have friends and have clients that come inside here and talk about their family members passing and their parents passing, how they had to take care of them. And now I understand how it is to take care of somebody ailing, which is from you as well, because you had palliative care. And one thing that I have said to almost every single person, it's okay to have the bad thoughts, because death is hard, death is painful, and sometimes death is a relief.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do not think.
Yeah, they can't wrap their minds around that. Yep.
So yeah, this, bro, all this helped.
That's awesome. And in case y'all haven't realized, so Angela is a medical esthetician, and her company is called Dare to Bear, and she serves loads of women. And this very room that we're sitting in these walls hold so much,
Pain,
so much pain, secrets. It's
happy things,
but happy things as well. Exactly. And I know it was really, really important for you, as you said, to be able to take all that from, you see however many clients per day, and each one is coming with their own story, their own experience, things that they need to offload. They know that you are a safe space, but you can't be all things to all men, right? So I'm glad that the program was able to show you, as you said, how to create boundaries. And it's important for us to remember that a boundary isn't just shutting off everybody or everything, but it is protecting yourself.
And the thing is, even as much programs that I've done with you, the boundaries change, the boundaries shift, and you're never going to be, what's the word? You're never going to be healed completely, because healing is linear. And there are the ebbs and the flows in every single day. And I remember you coming in here one day asking you how you are. And you said you are languishing. And that's one of my favorite words, because there's that weird space that you're in sometimes. And every single program teaches you something different about yourself, but you are still in that weird space. But every program allows you to know that that weird space is okay.
Yeah.
So that is one of the biggest takeaways, that is okay to be not okay.
To not okay. Correct. It's okay. It's okay to not be okay. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So if there was a woman who was on the fence about joining the Flourish program, right? Maybe she feels like she's too busy. Now you are very busy. Listen, I can't get an appointment with this woman.
And she's my friend.
And I'm her friend. But it's okay, I understand. But you're a very, very busy individual, not just with your work, but I also admire the fact that you find the time to make sure that you go to the gym, that you spend time with your nephews, right? You spend time with your friends. So I think that's amazing. And I certainly am one person who I don't like to hear the term "I'm too busy."
You make time for what you think is important.
Exactly.
And like, why is that with Flourish? With the death that I had, I had to pause. But because I knew you were waiting, and it was a take your time. There's no, I have to finish this by June 1st. It was like, take your time. When you're ready, come back. And there was a time limit, but there was not a time limit. It was, you are giving yourself this amount of time to help deal with this, but you have to come back. And it was the knowing that you have to come back to this that was okay. And I'm busy. I hate getting up at 3 something in the morning to go to the gym at 4 o'clock. But I know that when I have this, I take my moments with it when I can. With the community, Leslie sends out information every single day. But
not just you.
But what I do, I have those moments when I do check it, and those days are the days where something very impactful you've said. And you said something, I can't remember if it was Flourish or Balance or which program it was, or even if it was just in community, about, and I know I'm going to butcher this, right? But the same effort it takes to be miserable is the same amount of effort it takes to be happy. And you will always find the time to do it. So even if it's that 1 hour on a Sunday, because that's what I end up doing. So when she sends you journal prompts on Sunday, I will take my time on Sunday, even if it's Sunday morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, or it's Sunday night, or I just had lunch and I want to watch Netflix, and I look at the journal prompt, and I was okay, let me look at my journal prompt, let me read all the messages for the week, and go from there. But I take that 30 minutes to an hour to do that. But sometimes it takes longer because
you really got to dig deep.
You really got to dig deep.
When the spirit call on you to dig deep.
Like with the same Flourish program, when the 2 times that I stalled a lot was the limiting beliefs and a love letter to myself.
And I do remember you with the love letter. I do remember Angela. She was like, look, I need some time. I need some time. I was like, take all the time you need. But just know now we're going to have the session. So whether it's this week, next week, the week after, we are going to have the session. So for me, there's no such thing as too busy when it comes to something that is important to you, right? And as Angela would have said, with the program, I give some grace. So the program is an 8-week program, but strictly speaking, I give you up until 12 weeks to complete it, because life is lifing, things happen, things pop up that we don't expect. However, sometimes I'm even willing to extend that a little bit more if necessary, right? But what I do want to say is, you spend an hour to 2 hours sometimes just doom scrolling on Instagram or TikTok, right? You could take 45 minutes to hop on a call with me. For those of you who want to have a similar outcome to Angela. So Angela did a program called Flourish. It's an 8-week. If you desire, it can be a 12-week program depending on how much you want to cover. Now it's a bespoke program, so we always start with self-discovery, but we will look at areas that you find are specifically dear to you that you actually need to work on. You can contact me by DM or emailing me, and we can schedule a free clarity call so that we can not just discuss what your concerns are, but to also see if we're a good fit for each other.